right, kids, time to take Tony.
Creative Tony. Yeah, what you doing now? You coach your little league. Yeah, let's take a night reprieve. Gonna be some sweet sounds coming down on the night flight. On the night flight. This is your other home. Yeah, you know you're not alone. Gonna be some sweet sounds coming down on the night flight. On the night flight. This is your other home. Yeah, you know you're not alone.
We would all like to be able to live an uncluttered life, a simple life, a good life.
Hey, Paulie, happy night.
I apologize to Tony. I apologize to my Lord and Savior, and I apologize to the PNP community. Tony and I literally 40 seconds ago, Tony just said, dude, don't start talking until I play the song. Hey, everybody, how we doing? And right over the song. I sent me to a therapist as soon as possible. I mean, get me on someone's couch so I can start working this out. You know what it is, Tony? I don't take instructions well. I really don't. Like, I hate instructions. I hate, like, following orders, but that's not why I did that. I did that.
Not a bad thing, Paulie. That's the punk in you. That's the rebel in you.
Big time. You know? Big time. I mean, it's like Bruce Springsteen said in Growing Up, dude, when they said sit down, I stood up. You know what I mean? Tony, when they said come down, I threw up. Shout out Bruce Springsteen. Listen to Growing Up if you haven't heard that one.
Oh, Rex, Growing Up for life, dude.
Growing Up for life. When they said sit down, I stood up. Yeah.
Oh, man. Happy night flight, Paulie, dude. This is good to be back in the saddle. I've been looking forward to this all damn day, to be honest with you, dude. And I kind of I was talking to Neil Donardi today, and we'll talk about Neil and a big day for Long Bridge Pizza today.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm kind of looking forward to like the shows coming up here because you know, it's kind of like people say it's like the dead time before baseball starts, and it's kind of like February basketball, NBA, and whatever, and football.
That's where you and me shine. That's where you and I take flight, though. Yeah. The less going on, the better. Yeah.
The rules are there ain't no rules.
100%. 100%.
Craterface has spoken. So let's go. And Paulie,
if you need a beer, grab a beer.
Okay, night flight people, if you need a beer, grab a beer, please. Or
Herb. Herb is a plant.
Okay.
Herbs are good for everything.
All right.
Yeah, that sounded awfully good, man. Well, anyway, it's great to be here. It's great to see Tony. You're gloved up. I'm wristbanded up. Shout out Brent Main and William Barnum Floyd. By the way, just a quick note on William Barnum Floyd. The only time I ever went face to face with him, you were right there on my hip, Tony. It was in Miami for the Super Bowl in 2019. That's the year the Niners, the first time they lost to the Chiefs. By the way, how much, two side notes, parenthetical comments. How much does it suck that 3 of the Muppets Super Bowl wins are against the 49ers? How much does that just suck? I hate that.
Paulie, this goes into our new segment, Cut the Crap. Hey, Niners, cut the crap, dude. There was a great discussion we had on Dan Coach Emilio's show, NorCal Sports Network, on Monday night. We were guests on his show. What's up, Dan? We'll be talking about Dan and secure money later on in the show as well. But Dan posed a question to Paulie and I. Who do you think gets a title next? The Warriors, the Sharks, the Giants, or the Niners? And I'm like, damn, that's a great question, man. So something to ponder as
Let's
we
kick that around again real quick. Let's kick that around right now, live on the PMP show. You start, Tony. Next of our big 4 teams to get a title in the Bay Area. And by the way, one last thing. I think I saw Bonte Hill, who's one of our good buddies. I support Bonte for life. Obviously, you see him on pre and post Warriors every night. He's been on our show before. We've known that dude forever. And he posted something today that said, just FYI, everybody's feeling bummed out about the Niners going down and everything. Since 2010, the city of Boston has 7 titles between all their pro teams, Red Sox, Celtics, Pats, and Bruins. Los Angeles has 7 titles with the Rams and the Dodgers and the Lakers. And the Bay Area has 7 titles since 2010. So we're tied So when you look at it through that perspective, we've had a lot of success here since 2010, last 15 years roughly. Yeah.
I'm gonna call bogus on the 7 titles for LA because
Me too.
two of them were the COVID year titles. Those have to be asterisk all over the place, dude.
$1,000,000%. They're fugazi. They're not even really legitimate. And LeBron James was running around like he just won some triathlon or something.
By the way, have you noticed, Paulie, on social media, it's not just us that are sick of LeBron anymore. I feel like a lot of people are sick of LeBron now. I mean,
everybody's burnt. Everyone's got a limit. You know what I mean? We've all got limits, and I think everybody is getting pushed up against the limit. Shout out Patty from Napa. Take it to the limit one more time.
Yes.
Which might be my favorite Eagles tune of all time. Take it to the limit. I love that track.
Great one. And by the way, I guess they announced more shows at the Sphere, and Patty's
why not?
I gotta go. I gotta go.
I wouldn't mind seeing that show. I wouldn't mind seeing Joe Walsh and Don Henley kick it around. By the way, though, go back to the question: who's the next Bay Area team to win a title?
So what I said on Dan's show, and I still believe it. I mean, it's a toss-up for me between Niners and Warriors, but I'm gonna go Warriors because of the Curry window.
Ooh.
And the I said pipe dream, which I could see Lacob just saying enough's enough and getting Giannis this summer. And then having Giannis, Butler, and Curry play together next year, and they grab a final title for the Dubs, and then Curry and Kerr say, you know what, peace, and then they both retire together, and very storybook fairy tale ending that I don't know.
I would sign up for that right now. You got my vote. I would love a piece of that. Let me get a piece of one more title with Steph and Dre and Coach Kerr. I'm down. I'm in for that.
I don't know what they're going to do without the superstar Kuminga, Paulie, the self-proclaimed superstar Kuminga. I don't know what they're going to do without him anymore. But if they get honest, they might be able to replace Kuminga.
It's funny you mentioned Kuminga. There's a lot of everyone's talking about the piece that Anthony Slater released on Sports Illustrated. We've probably all Warrior fans have read that. I read it today. We're going to actually get into that tonight. We're going to talk about the Kuminga piece a little bit. Surprising, I am a little surprised to see this on the comment line. 1, 2, 3 in a row of our all-time favorites. We got Dami Peralta, NorCal Refrigeration. What's up, HVAC? How are you, bro? And Lily Merchant, also one of my favorites. All three say the Sharks are next in line for a title. I'm going to say, go ahead.
I know. I think didn't Dan I think said that, or Dan and Los both said that, or but yeah, the Sharks hockey is on the rise, man, and then of course we got the Broads of USA on the rise as well.
Oh my God! Don't wind me up about them again. It took me. I was so excited. Now once I saw that short we posted, I was a little embarrassed. I'm like, damn, is that what I look like on the air?
That was great, man. That was pure passion, man. It was great. I loved it.
My heart's in the right place. I can promise you, and I really am excited, as you guys know, about the U.S. Women's Olympic Hockey Team. If you're not on board, first of all, 2 things. Get up on the bandwagon with me. We got plenty of room. It's a great story in this Winter Olympics in Italy, and I'll just review for you. So the U.S. women's hockey team right now, they're 4-0. They have a couple of days off. They're going to start the medal round on Friday. Tony, that win over Canada yesterday, it's huge because it was Canada, and they hate losing to the U.S. That's a bitter rivalry. But, Tony, dig this. That was the 3rd consecutive game the U.S. women have shut out their opponent. That's ridiculous. That's unheard of. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's incredible, dude. That is incredible. Yeah. And I wish I knew that. I need to have the roster up in front of me, but hat tip to the goalie for the USA women.
Got you covered. Her name is Erin Frankel. Erin Frankel. She's amazing. She is like the Jim Craig of the 2026 Winter Olympics. And the U.S. won their first game 5-1. So check it out, Tony. One more stat for you. In the 4 games the U.S. ladies have played, they've outscored their opponents 20-1.
Dude, that's
in 4 games. They're going to win the gold. I'm telling you, unless something unprecedented or unexpected happens, they're going to win the gold. At least I'm starting to expect they're going to win the gold. And all of you U.S. men's hockey enthusiasts, which I definitely am one, they play tomorrow at 12 noon. So the men are going to hit the ice tomorrow. They're taking on Latvia. And of course,
go ahead. No, go. Of course, go. Finish. I got something.
No, I was going to jump off and just say, of course, the Warriors are also in action right now. We'll keep you updated. They're getting close to. I think is it halftime now? We're very close. Warriors up by 9 points. 60. No, make it 10. 62-51. Make it 11. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in the second quarter. We'll keep you posted on that.
I have an idea for a new soundbite on the show. I want Chet from Weird Science when he's kind of like puking and cackling, and like, when he's the big blob and weird
And all those
science.
fluids are coming out of him. The flies are buzzing around him. Yeah,
and he makes a noise, and then he does that laughter. Like I want
that was really good. Give me another one of those. That was really good.
He goes, but like,
yeah. Hi, dudes. He waves with a little flipper. Yeah.
But I'm doing that because I see the Robot Centaur sports desk. I don't know if he's just trying to piss us off, but he's saying he could see the Warriors getting Adebayo and LeBron next year and going for a run with LeBron. I got to be honest, man. If LeBron comes to the Bay, I think I'm just going to be off. I think I'm going to take a year off from the NBA. I think I'm going to take a year off if LeBron comes to the Bay. I don't think I can do it, Paulie.
It's like Paulie at the end of Goodfellas when he's talking to Ray Liotta and he's cooking sausage and he gives him like a handful of cash and he goes, "Now I got to turn my back on you."
Yeah,
that's kind of where we're going to be at because I'm with you too. And there is some drums beating about that. I've read that multiple times.
Well, dude, Draymond would have like he might soil his pants.
They might share a room on the road. They might share a room when they travel on road trips. You know what I mean? Let's just get one room, one bed, me and you, bro. I'm just kidding. Everybody take it easy. Take it easy. We're just riffing. Or am I? I'm not sure based on the way they seem to love each other.
There's a deep love of, I know there's a deep love of Draymond for LeBron. Is it returned? Is there a reciprocal nature in that relationship?
Oh, yeah. But what's more intriguing to me is, and this was never on more evident display than the Summer Olympics a couple of years ago in France when Steph Curry put on one of the greatest shows in Olympic basketball history, hitting shots from 60 feet out. It was insane. But when you watch those Olympic games, and there is a great documentary on Netflix about the U.S. Olympic basketball team that won the gold, check out. I'm telling you right now, LeBron James has a major man crush on Steph Curry. I think he's very envious of Steph and the way Steph handles himself, the way Steph has been, regarded, which is appropriate, as one of the greatest shooters, if not the greatest shooter in the history of the game. And I think LeBron's a little, like, maybe not jealous, but envious. And I think he really wants to play with Steph. So there might be something to that. I've heard the two teams LeBron wants to play for his final season, Cleveland Cavaliers, go back to where it all started. He's already done that twice, by the way.
Go. Yeah. You and Harden, go just love it up. Go. No, dude. No, don't come to the Bay. Don't come to the
Here's Robot Centaur right here, backing up what I just said. Yeah, Windhorse said today that LeBron may go elsewhere next year. If not Golden State or Cleveland, there might be two other teams. Now, I don't know which the other two teams are, Fareed, but I have heard Golden State and Cleveland. And I don't really like it either because LeBron would overshadow everything going on.
Right.
It would be a totally different complexion to the team. And I don't even know that he could help. I don't know. I don't feel good about it. I don't really want LeBron, but honestly.
Dude, and by the way, Noemi Catalina, she said it perfectly. Ship his ass to Ohio.
Oh, a little spice coming out. Well, that's appropriate. Lady Catalina's hot sauce. She's dipping some spice on us tonight. Hey, Tony, couple things, couple items of business I want to handle real quick.
Well, did you say business, Paulie?
I did. I did.
It's business time.
Yeah.
There you go.
So first thing, and most importantly, Gravy Ring Chaser, 100%.
Man.
100%. Before we get into the guts of the show tonight, I want to make.
Sorry, last question. Sorry, I apologize. I'm sorry. You're gonna tell me that LeBron is gonna share the spotlight with Steph Curry, and he's gonna be okay with it? And you're trying to tell me that right now? Like the guy who does the powder in the air, the guy who does the ass slapping, the guy who does the whole pregame ritual. Like you're trying to tell me that he's going to say like, it's cool. We'll share the spotlight with Steph. You're trying to tell me like he struggles with sharing the spotlight with Luka down in LA. Like, dude, I mean, like, I don't like the sound of it at all.
I don't either. An aging LeBron with 1 year left, like I just don't think he helps the Warriors really get to where they want to be. I don't know if he even fits into the system Kerr likes to run. So we'll see though. It sounds like there's some truth behind all that. And while since you hit the business chime, before I make my announcement, why don't you, we did get one super before the show. Why don't we address that real quick so we don't get it lost in the shuffle? Oh, it's Miriam. What's up, Miriam? Good to see you.
Miriam. She says, happy night flight. She says the PMP Army is interested in a visit to Particle Land this evening. So, hey, Miriam, I will load it up and we will do Particle Land tonight at some point. I promise you. That is a deal. Thank you for the super. Whenever you call for it, we will play it. And Patrick Patton, it's a tip of the cap to you, brother, for creating Particle Land and taking us to Particle Land. So we will definitely do it. And the night flight's the perfect time for Particle Land, if you ask me. So
I do too. But well, here comes another well, so here's a guy called Tribe 00 who says everybody knows LeBron will wind up back in Cleveland. That makes the most sense. I mean, it really does. Like, that's the storybook thing. That's what he should do. Finish your career in Cleveland, where you started, where he's already gone back to once this be his third tour of duty, in Cleveland. But yeah, that would be.
Is he going to do another like announcement show where he's going to be just sitting in a room and he's going to make an announcement of where he's going?
The announcement. And by the way, don't forget.
Sorry, Paulie, it was the decision. Wasn't it called
even better. The decision. Yeah. Hey, decision, right? I got double guns for the decision.
Double.
Right at
we do quadruple. How about if we both do it together? We got quadruple.
Okay, yeah, right at him. And then don't forget when he went down to Miami, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. I think he promised 8 rings in Miami. Is that right? Did he promise 8 championships? Not quite, LeBron. A little short of that. Okay, so on a semi-serious note, I do want to say one thing before we get going tonight, because our good friend Dom Peralta is going through something right now, and I know he's on the board right now. We love you, Dom, and I just want to ask all the PMP community to send out good vibes to Dom's dog, Bear, because Bear had a big procedure today, and he's still recovering. And I know Dom is anybody who's got a dog for that amount of time. I think he said the Bear's about 10 years old, and send him love, send him healing energy, good, positive, golden energy to Dom Peralta and to Bear the dog. Bear the dog.
No offense to Dom and Zuja at the Peralta household, but when I go hang at the Peralta house, it's me and Bear just on the floor hugging. Because Bear is a lover of a dog. So big time vibes to Bear. And Dom, I hope all goes well, man. And hopefully you're walking Bear at Fort Funston or somewhere in Half Moon Bay later on, maybe this weekend or something. Because
Tommy, I have a good feeling. I think Bear's going to be okay. It might be a little bit of a long recovery, but he's going to be okay. Everyone else sending out the love. Thank you, guys. I think there is something to that. That's the hippie side of me, where I think if you put enough good stuff out into the atmosphere, I think it can gain some energy and momentum, and I think it can change the tide sometimes. So, Bear, get well, brother. We miss you, and we need you back with our main man, Dom Peralta. So, yeah.
Ollie, that's so funny, too. But it's like you have like a video or camera in my household, because just yesterday I was having a chat with my kids about how they were being knuckleheads, and I'm like, oh, okay. So you want to be rude. Guess what? When you rude, you're going to get rude back. When you just are mean, or when you are not nice, you're not going to get love back. So let's work on this. Okay. Let's work on just putting good energy out there, and you'll get good energy back. And they kind of rolled their eyes at me.
Well, it's like Stephen Piercy said in the Book of Commandments by Stephen Piercy and the Rat Gang, Tony, invasion of your privacy. He says it over and over again. He said, it's so easy to forget what you give is what you get. And that's the message you're giving your kids. What you give is what you get. Piercy knew it all along. That's all.
Dude, Piercy rules. And by the way, totally out of nowhere, but if you haven't seen the Billy Corgan Stephen Piercy chat,
I have. And what the best part about that, and by the way, so if those of you that don't know, Billy Corgan of the Smashing Pumpkins has his own podcast now. Like, everybody has their own podcast now. In any case, Billy Corgan interviews musicians, and he had Stephen Piercy, the lead singer of Rat, on the other day. And the great thing about that interview to me, Tony, is Billy Corgan is a very extremely talented musician, like wickedly talented guy, amazing songwriter, amazing guitar player. Like, really, he's one of the greats. Even if you don't like his stuff, trust me, he is a bona fide badass. And the fact that he was like, dude, I love Rat. I love your music. Like, he's a fan like we are. That was so cool. Like, I'm like, damn, Billy Corgan, he's part of the Rat Gang too, bro. It was pretty cool.
I was just going to say, he's a member of the Rat Gang, Paulie. And by the way, I got to give love to Rags out on the East Coast right now, checking in. What is it? It's 11:20 out there.
God bless Rags.
First of all, thank you for the support and the love, brother. But he also, he brings up my favorite Tesla tune, which I don't have many favorite Tesla tunes, but I know that Rags is a Tesla head. And the song "What You Give," it's not what you got, it's what you give. It's a
same idea.
Great tune. Same idea that we're talking about. It's not rocket science. It really isn't, you know. And this goes back to my boss in the Rubicon Deli in Tahoe that I worked at for the summers in college. She had a sign on the wall. She says, "I don't care how pissed off a customer gets at you. I don't care how wrong they are. You are going to point to that sign." And the sign said, kill them with kindness. And I'm like, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
And it worked. It worked.
Yeah.
So.
You ever tried this? You ever tried like somebody who's like giving you a ration of S about something, yelling at you and like, you're doing this wrong and blah, 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 blah. Here's my little thing. I've been adapting this. When I start getting like riffed on or I'm getting like some abuse from somebody, I just start smiling and laughing.
Yeah.
And that upsets them even more. I'm like, yeah. So like there, try it.
You could also do this.
Ah! Okay, here's what I want to try. I want to try celebrating Longbridge Pizza right now, and I'll tell you why. Today's a very big day in the Longbridge Pizza community, if you will. Our first sponsor. We love Neil Denardi and Andre and Steven, all those guys, Merkovich. We love all these dudes. Today, thanks to all of us and all the great business throughout the years, Longbridge Pizza is celebrating their 12th anniversary today as we speak. So bravo, LBP. Happy anniversary. I can't tell you how happy we are to be part of the family with you. Nice, dude. Nice. Hold on.
That's on the back of the shirt that I'm wearing right now. I stopped by Longbridge today. And by the way, I saw the Nutter. The Nutter rolls up and says, I'm here to pick up some pizzas and have some Pliny the Younger, which is tapped right now at Longbridge.
Nice.
And it'll be there tomorrow too. If you want a nice freaking Pliny the Younger, get down there tomorrow. But this is the back of the shirt I'm wearing right now. And it's just, they had a 12th anniversary gathering today. I talked to Neil like a half hour ago. He said the restaurant was full, great vibes inside the restaurant. And this is the back of the shirt, and I thought I'd post that because couldn't be happier for our boys and the whole family at Longbridge Pizza, Paulie.
That's awesome, man. And we love Longbridge too, and have a very, very happy anniversary. Cheers to you guys. Thanks for all of the support and the friendship, and also, of course, thank you for all the great food that you guys are churning out every day. So let's talk about Longbridge Pizza just for a second. They were the nice. Oh, is that the Nutter?
That's the Nutter. Yeah, I said, God, Nutter, get over here. Neil, get over here. Let's take a picture. Come on. How many times have the three of us just hanging out in front of the Longbridge today?
That's a really good shot. That's three happy boys right there. You know what I'm seeing in the Nutter right there in that picture? I forget this guy's name, but he's a very handsome guy too. He's a star of Top Gun Maverick, like the new Maverick. He's like the hotshot pilot. What's that kid's name? You know who I'm talking about? He's young.
Yeah, he's like the new Iceman, right?
Yes. That guy.
Yeah. He's a great actor, by the way. He's landing roll after role since Maverick. Help us out, somebody.
I'm forgetting Glenn something.
Yeah.
I think his name is Glenn.
Oh, it is Glenn. It is Glenn.
Yeah,
something.
Glenn Powell.
Great.
Yeah. Glenn
See,
Powell.
You haven't lost your memory yet, buddy.
Well, close. It's getting there. I got like a couple strands left. But anyway, I'm seeing a little Glenn Powell in the Nutter. Total compliment for you, brother. But anyway, the reason these guys look so happy, of course, is the great food down at Longbridge Pizza, 2347 3rd Street. Get on down there. Enjoy the laid-back vibe. You're going to love the serious pizza that Neil is flipping day in and day out. And when you go through those doors, you become a member of the Vibe Tribe, as they call it. We have the PMP Familia. They have the Vibe Tribe. We've combined forces for events multiple times. We'll do that again soon. We're working on stuff right now. Hope to have an announcement in the next week or two. Sorry to keep kind of delaying this, but we're working on it, and we'll have something for you soon. And speaking of get-togethers, we like to remind people that it's a pretty big place. If you haven't been to Longbridge, there's a lot of space in there. They have like a big back room. They have a dining room in the front, and there's a lot of different places you can sit down and enjoy a meal. Flat screen TVs all over the place. Tony loves the beer. He's going to tell you more about that in a second. But in the meantime, I like to tell people, because I know Tony's busy now, and a lot of our community, a lot of the PMP Familia have kids that are playing youth sports. Bring the team in, man. Bring the entire team in for a private party at Longbridge. Just tell Neil what you need. Can usually fit about 20 to 25 people. And then there's the pizzas, right? Then there's the Nico, the Sophia, the Polymac particle pie, which is probably the greatest honor of my life. Some people get knighted and they become a knight. For me, getting to eat my own pizza is probably the highest honor I've ever achieved. So thank you for that, Neil. The sandwiches on Wednesdays are off the front. Yeah, there he is with the J in his hand. Mr. Max Pizza at your service. Try it, though. It's a really good pizza. In fact, we did Radio Row last week, and Neil was generous enough to send us over there with 3 pizzas. The Polymac particle pie went first. That was the one most of the guests ate. Like, that one got hit up pretty good. So get on down to Longbridge, and happy anniversary, Neil, Andre, Steven, Merkovich, all of you guys. Cheers, and here's to another 12, man.
Absolutely, man. And also the Island Vibin' Pie. And I see Cody Marchetti on the chat he agrees that the Island Vibing Pie, he says it's the best pie around. The Hot and Honey Pie, the Loading Dock. Then they got the veggie pies as well. Just the flat out mushroom pizza I've ordered, and it's fantastic. You can't lose, especially with the sourdough crust, and then take the crust and then dunk it in some olive oil at the end, and you just won't lose. You cannot lose. And then also, Paul, you talked about the beers. The beers are all local breweries. Neil and Andrews are all about local, so that all local breweries like Bare Bottle, Original Pattern, Cellar Maker, Altamont, and then Russian River, of course, as they tapped a keg of Pliny the Younger, which, it used to be extremely rare. Where Tolbert, like, because he knows Vinny at Russian River, Tolbert would get the word about where like a certain keg would be, and it's really hard to find. Now they dispersed them few more places, but still, they're still hard to find. You got to know where to go. Go to Longbridge if you like Pliny the Younger. It's on tap. They tapped it today. Neil said they'll have it going tomorrow as well. And I would assume it'll be done by tomorrow or Friday at the latest. So because that stuff goes, and it's about 10%. So you got to be careful. Tread lightly with Pliny the Younger, but it is a delicious beer. And then Paulie, I wanted to share Neil and Longbridge. They posted a sweet video today, and let me just get to it first because I gotta find it. It's just Neil. You want to talk about the Vibe Tribe? You want to talk about like why we love Neil and the vibes that are created at Longbridge? It begins and ends with these guys. So hang on, I'm just gonna get it going. Stand by. Sorry.
Standing by.
Nice.
Waiting for further instruction. I'm here. Dude, by the way, shout out to our listener tonight. I don't think I've seen this guy before, Tony. We got a guy on the line running with scissors. Okay.
Dude.
Running with scissors. Great handle, brother. Great handle running with
that
scissors.
Reminds me of Frasier in Cheers. He's like, I am running with scissors. Dude, go back to Cheers.
Good to see you, Scissors. Nice. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, take us through this collage. What are we looking at here, T?
Yeah, no, I'm going to post Neil's video right here. Let me get the video.
Nice.
Let's talk about last week. That was insanity. If you saw us at Pier 80 for the NPU Midway concerts or saw us for Super Bowl or at any time last week, it was so much fun hosting all of you. Let's talk about this week now. It's our 12-year anniversary tomorrow. We are going to be tapping a special beer. We got these shirts made from Phil Peralta. And just come by and hang. We are so grateful for everything and all the support you have given us these past 12 years. We are not here without you and our amazing team. So come by tomorrow and let's raise a pint. Cheers.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, standing ovation for Denardi right now. Tony, can we run this guy for mayor? You know what I mean? When Lurie's time is up, I want Mayor Denardi looking over all of us, dude. Look at this dude. He's the most likable guy, arguably, in the city limits. I mean, he's so genuine. He's so down to earth. And I know exactly what he's saying. What is this?
Now, this is something that I asked Neil. I said, hey, dude, I saw this on your Instagram page, and I want to take it to the PMP Familia. They're thinking about adding a new vegetarian appetizer, and here are the three options, dude. So you got here, I get the music. So eggplant fries, focaccia sticks, or polenta fries. Paulie, what would you vote for a new? I know what I vote for.
I do too.
Yeah. So give me yours. Yeah, go.
I'm going to mention somebody you mentioned a couple of nights ago, which also reminds me that we need to do this, I guess, in like retroactively, but we also have to play the numbers game tonight because we didn't count the number show we're on. But you mentioned Moses Malone the other day. Dude, I'm going reverse Moses Malone slam dunk for the polenta fries. I'm a polenta head. I freaking love polenta. So I'm going polenta fries. How about you?
100% polenta fries. It takes me back to my childhood. My mom used to basically make a big pot of polenta for the week because, by the way, polenta started out as like peasant food, like Italian grits, basically.
100%. Now it's all trendy. Try our polenta for $27 a bowl. No, thank you. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Try our truffle polenta fries or whatever. Like no. So then my mom took the leftover polenta and put it in a baking sheet and put like some Parmesan cheese and some garlic salt and pepper and whatever, olive oil, and then baked it and cut it into fries. I'm like, this is the freaking best. So it looks like polenta fries. Although we're getting S Wong 293 is voting for eggplant fries, but for the most part, I'm seeing polenta fries. Neil, if you wanted to get a feel for what's going on, it's polenta fries.
Well, let me tell a quick story because my father's mother, my grandmother, she was the Italian in the family. Her family came from Italy. And Rags, you remember my dad's mom, my grandmother? One time Rags showed up at my house wasted when we were in high school. Like Rags just came over. He was hammered. And my grandmother was like, what did she say, Rex? He sauced, or she said something really funny. My grandmother's like, he's had a few, he sauced. But anyway, my grandmother, Tony, she used to make polenta. You ready for this? I've never had this before or since. And I can still taste it in my mouth when I think about it. She used to make polenta with like this lemon. She would like work lemon into it somehow.
Come on.
It was so good. I've been chasing that flavor my entire adult life, and she made that. So I'll never forget. Like, I always associate my grandma with the polenta she made and that little lemon flavor she gave it.
Dude, I grew up with polenta with Telemay cheese and then like this red sauce that my mom would make, and she would make chicken cacciatore and she would pour it over the polenta. Man, it was freaking phenomenal.
Nice. That sounds good. That sounds good.
Incredible, dude. And so, by the way, people are voting. Dom, if you're on the chat, if you want to set up a poll on YouTube, feel free. Polenta fries, eggplant fries, or focaccia sticks. You pick. I think so far it's a lot of polenta fries, but hey, let's see what the poll says. But that's last thing, Paulie, too. I wanted to show this last thing, and this is Beat LA.
Yeah.
Beat LA, one of our favorites in the show here. She was also known as Jessica, by the way. She went by Longbridge today, and she snapped a couple shots.
Nice.
She took a picture of our man Rags, who's on the shelf there, a framed shot of Rags on the shelf.
Yeah.
Then she got the chicken parm, Paul.
Yes. Beat LA. I bet you it was probably the best move she made all day. That chicken parm is money. Highly recommended. Highly.
Yeah, totally. And then there it is. She got some food to go as well. So there you go. So that is from Jessica, aka Beat LA, and her email did say the highlight of my day was the title of the email. So good stuff, Longbridge. Happy anniversary. Happy 12 years. Let's go. Let's go 12 more. Keep it rolling.
I remember when the Grateful Dead used to celebrate anniversaries, this is what they would always do. They would say like 20 years so far, 25 years so far. I remember when Phil Lesh had his 60th birthday show at the Kaiser in Oakland, they handed out buttons and it said Phil Lesh, 60 years so far. So I'm going to shout out Longbridge Pizza, 12 years so far, and very happy anniversary. All right, real quick, before I ask you about the Kuminga story and the kind of ripples that are going through the Bay Area.
Jonathan Kuminga, so far.
Totally. Tony, I want to say something, though, because Rags put a message up a minute ago, and I wanted to bounce this off you. When Rags was quoting Tesla earlier tonight, he was doing some Tesla quotes on the board.
You got what you give,
Okay, so Rags is like a monster Tesla fan. He always has been. He's repping Tesla on the East Coast. And he said, I took my son to go see Tesla when he was 15, which made me think, I got to here's my report. My son Tommy's a big music lover, and the shows I took him to see when he was a kid. Ready? Here they come. Go. The first show I ever took him to was Paul McCartney at AT&T Park. That was in 2010. That was amazing. Then I took him to see Rush. Then I took him to see Kiss. And I also took him to see Billy Idol at the Fox.
We need to get Tommy on the Show Us Your Stubs segment, dude, and just rock those stubs. My goodness.
He's seen some cool stuff. In fact, Tommy's going to be in town in about a week and a half. He's coming out for a visit. So, but in any case, so I wanted to ask you, have you taken your kids to a show yet? I don't even know the answer to that, and I should.
No, not yet. I mean, just local, like cover bands, like, like San Carlos or Redwood City. They'll do like bands in the park in the summer. We've done that a bunch, but not like an official show where it's just the show. And so I'm picking my spots. Like my daughter they're both music people actually. But my daughter's the one who's actually like asked me, and I joke around saying, your first show is going to be Fish. I'm taking you to Fish. And they roll their eyes and they say, no, Dad, I'm not going. But I'll definitely, Dom just turned 12 and Olivia's going to turn 11 in April. So I feel like my first concert was 12 when I was 12, Depeche Mode, a Black Celebration tour at Shoreline. But I would think that it's going to be soon because I want to get them to a show, and I'll go to see some of their, the people that they like Olivia's Sabrina Carpenter right now. What's the other one? If there's somebody else I'm blanking on right now, but I have an island reggae mix on my Apple Music, and she was playing that today and she was vibing out to that. So I'm like, ooh, maybe I should check out, see when like Revolution or Iration are coming through town, because those are like those reggae bands that are California reggae bands that play really good reggae. So I don't know.
There's some music, reggae music. Hey, Tony, while we're talking about music, and then I want to go to Kuminga, last thing on music is, do we have our official guest sponsor of the music assignment in place for this Friday? I'm just asking you because I know there's a lot of moving pieces right now.
We do. It's anonymous.
Oh.
So It's anonymous, and then we will process it tomorrow. We'll give all the details, but the person who purchased or the people, I should say, the person or the group of people that purchased the musical assignment want to remain anonymous, and then we will give you the assignment tomorrow. So and give it to you with the people involved, so that aren't anonymous. So
rock and roll, T. And we're back. We're playing ball again at Chase Center. Dubs are looking real good tonight. They're up big right now, 76-63. 10 minutes and change left in the third quarter. Okay,
love it. That's great. Wemby Spurs. And by the way, Paulie, sorry, it looks like Monty 510 Island Reggae. Y'all need to check out Mowley and Josh Toffoli. Totofi. I'm down. Give me the recommendations. I love it. Reminds me, it takes me to the islands, Paulie. It takes me to Hawaii anytime I hear some island reggae, because it's just, they took it upon they have that vibe too, where, and it's reggae based, obviously, but then what they sing about, and they sing about the Hawaiian aloha vibe, and they sing about the islands and the ocean. And
let me ask you a quick question. I've never asked you about this band as long as I've known you, but they just popped into my head because I was staying at a hotel, dude. This is crazy. I was staying at a hotel up in for the Edgewood golf tournament with Murph a few years back. And they used to have like this summer concert series. We stayed at the Mont Bleu. You know what I mean? The Mont Bleu. So ready for this, Tony? I'm not making this up. In the back parking lot of the Mont Bleu, they did like a makeshift summer stage, and they would have concerts out there. And one night while we were there for the golf thing, that band Slightly Stupid was playing.
Yeah.
And I know they have like a reggae feel to them, but I was just tripping on the crowd because the line to get to the Slightly Stupid show literally ran through the casino. So you couldn't avoid their crowd. And it looked like a bunch of white kind of, white dread types and all that. What is your view of Slightly Stupid? How do you feel about those guys?
I don't like seek them out, or I don't, but whenever I've heard them or I've come across them, I like it. They do like a reggae ska thing, and I think they might even get a little punk at times too. But also Carl Denson sits in with them all the time. So if Carl Denson signs off, he sits in with them all the time. So if he signs off on Slightly Stupid, I sign off on Slightly Stupid. And for a while, probably 20 years ago, I was kind of like, maybe even more than that, 30 years ago, I was kind of like, white boy reggae. You know what? It's all a tip of the cap to the forefathers of reggae. So I've come, full circle not full circle. I've come 180 on that, where I'm like, you know what? Give it to me. And the guys of Revolution, they were big KMBR listeners, and they sent us records in the mail. And
Pecom was a big Revolution fan.
And they're good. It's good. It's good. The music's good. It's good vibes. So I love it all. I really do.
And I would say this to your point too about white reggae. I got no Tony, shout out Regatta de Blanc, white reggae. Regatta de Blanc. The Police had a bunch of reggae kind of veins running through their stuff, but also the Clash, dude. The Clash, they got so interested in reggae that they kind of left punk rock behind. Like they did. They're like, we've played punk. Now we want to play reggae. And they literally went down to Jamaica to record in Jamaica to get the authentic feel and stuff, which I respect. So, yeah, man, I'm cool with white reggae too. Okay, Tony.
You think Kaminga's listening to some island reggae?
Great transition. Great friggin' transition. So I want to just kind of throw this out to the entire community and to Tony. And I just want to, because I have a couple of questions for the very famous, everybody's favorite fun game, Right or Wrong. We can play that tonight too if you want to, because Kaminga's in the Right or Wrong game.
Wait, what game, Paulie?
Right or Wrong.
Right or wrong.
100%. I got one on deck. If you need it, it's right here, Tony. It's right freaking here.
Right or wrong.
Sorry,
right or wrong.
I can't get enough of that. And Paulie.
Just you don't even have to explain that one. Just drop it anytime you want. It works on its own. It stands on its own. So I read the piece today, and I had a long conversation yesterday with one of the Golden State Warrior local broadcasters, Cyrus Satsas. He's out there. He does his own Warrior show. He kind of views this whole thing as Kerr is kind of the problem in this equation. Some people think Joe Lacob is the equation in this problem. Some people think Jonathan Kuminga is in this the problem in this equation. Some people think all three are to blame. Now, I guess that's the first thing I want to ask you. Having read this piece, it sounds like Kuminga, to me, this is just my impression of the piece by Anthony Slater. He missed a team event. these are kind of like no-nos for professional athletes, like not showing up to a team event. And then when it was getting really bad and Kerr wasn't playing him, apparently there was a couple of nights when Kerr told Kuminga late in the game during garbage minutes, bro, get out there and finish this game. And Kuminga wouldn't play. I didn't know about that. So that was
Paulie. He's working out at a different facility. Like
I know. So and he I guess he was insulted that he believes Kerr was in his way and obstructing him from blossoming as a player. And this is not a popular opinion. I realize that a lot of people love Kuminga. I'm not one of those guys.
I'm with you, Paulie. I'm not a.
I like
athleticism through the roof, dude.
Yeah.
Like the guy is a phenomenal, like physical specimen, and has athleticism through the roof. But as far as a superstar in the NBA, I mean, maybe
he's not a superstar. See, that's part of the problem. I think there's a sense of like almost entitlement that he had, where it's like, hey, I want to become like, let me become a star. The reason I'm not a star is because Steve Kerr is preventing me from becoming that. But in order to become that, you have to like earn it, bro. You're a kid. You have to earn your way out onto the floor. Coach asks you to do something. You got to do it. If you don't like it, that's part of being a professional athlete. There's a coach, there's a player. You're a player, and you're a young player who needs experience and needs minutes. But if you can't buy into the system, you're not going to get as many opportunities. So I kind of feel like Kuminga sort of did this to himself. And I think and that's just me. Again, I know a lot of people are going to disagree with that. But how about this, Tony? I'm very curious to see what happens in Atlanta. Like, is he going to suddenly blossom down there? I don't know. We'll see.
I don't see it happening, Paulie. And I just, again, I couldn't be more against Cyrus's hatred of Kerr or his just the way he rips Kerr. I'm not into that at all. I defer to Kerr. The guy is 9 rings, and the guy he's the best friend of one of my favorite people on the planet, and Tom Tolbert. So it's like I just look at these people that know basketball. I'm thinking, okay, I think Steve Kerr knows what he's doing, and Kuminga's not a superstar. I think Kuminga and Juwan Jennings need to go hang out with each other. Maybe they move in together, Paulie, somewhere. Because, Juwan Jennings thinks he's a superstar too, and I'm like, dude.
It's not a God-given right. You don't get anointed superstar status just because you make it to the bigs. You have to really earn it and put the work in. You know who the superstars are? The hardest working guys on the team. Jerry Rice, Michael Jordan, Steph Curry. I mean, these are the guys that put in the time. You think Steph Curry's shots fall like that by accident? Dude, he logged tens of thousands of hours of perfecting his craft. And I'm not saying Kuminga's not a worker. I'm not saying that. I know he was doing 2-a-days over the summer and all that. I know. But again, attitude does count for some of this. And they're not just going to put a crown on Kuminga's head because he views himself as a star. Yes, he's very athletic. Yes, he can jump. Yeah, but I would have liked to have seen more rebounds. I would have liked to have seen him like kind of get involved in the Kerr system a little bit more than he really was. To me, he seemed like an individual amongst 4 other guys. That's how he kind of struck me, his style.
Does it get any more individual than working out on your own at a different facility, Paulie? Like, could you imagine that's why
that's separating yourself from the team. That's
what I'm saying. Yeah. And there's a line in this story. It's a really good story, by the way, on ESPN about the whole divorce. But Steve Kerr talks about how he was always upset that Kuminga didn't buy in. And if you're not going to buy in, then it's your own fault. Like I don't know, man. And give Kerr every reason to want to start you. You know what I'm saying? If you're Jonathan Kuminga.
I do.
And he didn't do that.
Yeah.
He didn't do that. And
not showing up for team events and stuff like that. That's not going to help. That's not going to help his cause.
And what's the whole weirdness story? The whole weirdness of Kuminga's people taking too much food from the dining hall or whatever. It's like, what are we talking about here?
I don't know. That made me laugh. I don't put a whole lot of stock into that. I saw that he takes too much food out of the facility. Where am I working? Over at the place we used to work? You know what I mean? What's going on here? Yeah.
I wish him nothing but the best. I really do. I don't think he's a bad dude.
I don't either. I think he's a good kid, but he's got to grow up. He's got a lot of learning, and I think we're going to find out. Honestly, I think we're all going to find out. Keep an eye on Kuminga in Atlanta. If he suddenly becomes an all-star, okay, good for him. Maybe we missed out on this one, but I'll believe that when I see it. I want to see it before I start like saluting this kid as like the next.
I hope we're wrong. I really do. I would
Yeah.
love to read about him flourishing in Atlanta and having a great career, honestly. And I think Steve Kerr would be the first person to say that he's happy to see Kuminga thrive
Hey,
somewhere else.
Tony, since you said you'd be happy to be wrong, let's do
Oh.
this. Let's do a quick installment of Right or Wrong, and then I want to do a Dan Coach Emilio spot with securemoney.com, and because the clock's ticking here. So, Right or Wrong, Tony, by Al Pacino. I'm going to hit you with 2 questions. Let's play.
Right or wrong?
Boom.
Okay, thank you, Al Pacino. Tony, we're going to do speed style tonight, and we're going to stay on the Kuminga topic. Here it comes, Tony. Are you ready for it? Get ready. Today, Jonathan Kuminga is primarily responsible for the tension, the bad blood, and all-around bad energy that led to him getting traded. Right or wrong, Tony?
Right or wrong?
Right, Paulie, right. I think that he is numero uno. I don't think I need Lacob getting involved as much as it sounds like he was getting involved and having meetings with Kuminga and like pumping him up as the next superstar of the Warriors. Like, I don't think I need that. So I would lay a little blame on our guy who likes to wear concert shirts over his business shirts at shows.
Jumping Joe Lacob, sure.
And I'm not. I'll take Lacob for life with his passion. I mean, it all comes from Lacob being a passionate dude.
Right.
So I love that about him. But it's like, and one of the lines in the article is like, one of the assistant coaches is like, let basketball people make the basketball decisions, and Lacob can make the business decisions. Right.
Right.
So, but when it goes back to your original question, I think Kuminga, this is what we've been talking about the last 5 minutes, is that I don't think he helped himself. He didn't do himself any favors by the stuff he was doing. And if you want to, it's like I tell kids that I coach, like, you have to make a starting lineup, and not everybody's going to be in the lineup. But show me why you should be in the starting lineup.
Ooh, I like that.
The reasons why you should be in the starting lineup, and I will put you in there. Like, I mean, and this is for more competitive teams versus like the teams where you just kind of rotate people around just to get reps. But we're talking the NBA, dude. So you're gonna have your best starting 5 out there, and you're gonna have a rotation. And Kerr made the comment of like, yeah, everybody's gonna be in the rotation except for the stars. And that's the line that really pissed Kuminga off, supposedly. And it's like, dude, you are not a star.
Right.
So I don't know. I mean,
I'm with you. I'm with you, T. I'm with you. By the way,
Yeah.
shout out to Big Al and Chico. His fam took the shrimp. You know what I mean? Yeah, give me all the shrimp. Throw it in the bucket. We're out of here. All right, Tony, one more question in tonight's installment of Right or Wrong. Tony, are you ready? Because here comes question number 2. The San Francisco Giants are currently in Scottsdale, getting loose, starting to get acclimated to Vitello. Tony, what?
Well, just before your question, Paulie, I saw a video of Ron Washington and Bryce Eldridge working out together today, and I'm like, this is a beautiful.
Was Wash smoking a butt while they were working out?
No, he wasn't smoking a butt, but he had a fungo the size of Texas, man. The thing was like massive fungo. And by the way, I just decided right here on the show, the plant that I have in the studio for the non-night flight shows. Is now named Fungo. I just named it Fungo right now.
Okay, good name.
The name of the plant is Fungo. It's the plant I've had since college. So a 30-year-old plant that represents on the show. So that's Fungo the plant. But dude, Wash breaking it down with Eldridge, and Eldridge is soaking it up, man. And he's a massive human being, by the way.
Yeah, he's a big boy. Yeah, he's a big boy. Yeah.
But seeing Ron Washington in the orange and black and seeing him talk passionately with Eldridge, I was like, this is a beautiful, beautiful thing. So I just wanted to get that out there. If you haven't seen it, just look it up on social media.
Yeah. I also heard Eldridge was getting some time in the outfield today, too. They were taking a look at him out there, seeing what he looks like out there. Okay, so, Tony, question number 2. The San Francisco Giants, as currently constructed, have enough, providing everybody stays healthy, to return to the postseason in 2026. Tony, right or wrong?
Right or wrong?
Ooh.
As currently constructed, are they good enough to get into the postseason, provided everybody's healthy?
Right.
Ooh, juicy. Okay, good.
Right.
Tell me why.
The Arise and Bader signings really kind of do that for me, especially Arise, and I hope they lead him off. We talked about this again on Dan Coach Emilio's show on Monday night. Check him out, by the way, NorCal Sports Network on YouTube. But the Bader and Arise signings are such posy type signings, because like they're not superstars. But dude, Arise is borderline superstar when you look at what he's done like in the last 4 years of his career. What was the stat? It was 2 players in MLB have hit over 300 3 of the last 4 years. Arise and Aaron Judge. So it's like, okay, the guy's won 3 batting titles. He struck out 21 times last year. I still cannot get enough of that, dude. That's Tony Gwynn territory. So I do like it. What worries me, Paulie, is the pitching and the bullpen. So
yeah, I'm worried about the bullpen too. That's why I was talking to Dan the other night. Dan Coach. In fact, let's do a Dan Coach Emilio spot right now. I asked him the other night on his show. I go, "Who's our closer?"
Yeah,
like legit. Who's our closer? Gonna be like, what are we gonna do?
Why that Rodriguez injury is so like it hurts so bad because it's like he was just coming into his own. And I mean, I talked about this on Dan's show. Eric Miller, that big lefty from Stanford, I like him. I don't know if he'll be the closer, but I like that he's coming back healthy because when they lost him last year, that was a major bummer because he was throwing well too. So I like him. And they don't have a bona fide closer. Yeah, right. So it's Ryan Walker, I think, is the closer like as of today. So
yeah,
that worries me. It worries me.
It worries me too. And I miss the days when you had like a no doubter. Just you didn't have to think about it or worry about it. Whether it was Brian Wilson, even Sergio Romo held it down for a long time. Like I love it when you have like the guy. Mm-hmm. And you don't have to do it by committee. I'm not a big by committee fan. I like having one dude who's just a shutdown guy. But in any case, speaking of shutdown guys, let's talk about Dan Coach Emilio, one of our newest sponsors. He's with SecureMoney.com. Super cool guy. He does his own show on the NorCal Sports Network. Do check that out. He's a good friend of Carlos De La Fuente. They kind of roll together, do shows together. I was watching Dan and Los D do a pre-show broadcast before the Philly game, the Niners Philly game. I was watching their show, and they were good. So check their show out. But in the meantime, Dan pays his bills in the financial game. He's 30 years in the business, dedicated to providing his clients with honest service and results and the kind of attention that you deserve in today's world. And the focus of Dan's work is really over at Secure Money is safety and protection, meaning Dan is committed, and he's got the expertise to execute this. He's committed to helping you never lose money. We can all make money. We all get paychecks. And then what happens from there, that's up to you. You know what I mean? Sometimes you get paid, bam, the money's gone in 48 hours. The smart ones, they tuck a little here, they tuck a little there. Even if your paycheck is modest and you're like, well, I don't make enough money to do that. Maybe you do. Honestly, that means talk to Dan. He might have some solutions for you. And another thing is he can assist you with your financial growth and opportunity, meaning even if your paycheck is modest, Dan might know about some opportunities where you want to maybe funnel some funds into it so it can grow over time. You can maximize your money with Dan at securemoney.com. And I encourage everybody to get to the website, securemoney.com. Check it out. You can look at some of Dan's work and some of the areas that he excels at and he has expertise in. And Dan's going to work with you until you achieve maximum income with your pay, or maximum possibilities with your income, rather. And also, this is my favorite part. He can also help you pay fewer taxes. Sign me up for that. That's right. I was working on taxes today, dude. F taxes. I've had it with taxes. It's too much. But thank God we have people like Dan in our corner. So Dan can help you also with your retirement planning. He can help you get a life insurance policy set up if you don't have one, IRA planning, estate planning, 401k rollover. Dan is the man with all that stuff. And again, I feel like we're getting pretty fortunate here with our sponsors because we have Carlos, we have Dan. It's great to have money guys in our corner that can answer questions. So if you do have questions, you want to learn how to maximize your finance. You want to learn how to pay fewer taxes. You want to learn how to maybe put your money into an area where it's going to grow over time. Call Dan Coach Emilio, super cool guy, easy dude to talk to. 1-888-960-SAFE, SAFE. 1-888-960-SAFE, Tony.
Yeah, I love the passion of Dan, and
me
talking
too.
to Dan about sports and especially baseball, because he knows I'm a baseball guy and Dan's a baseball guy. The passion comes out in Dan, and that's why I think he chose the career path that he chose, and he went out on his own over 25 years ago, and he's been successful doing it, taking care of people. And it's something specifically like life insurance that is a very important decision to make in your life, to make sure that, God forbid, if something were to happen to you, that the people that you leave behind are taken care of. And Dan was talking to us about he can very affordable policies that people can approach him about. And it's again talking about getting to know the person, Dan, and he wants to get to know you. It's like we talk about with Carlos De La Fuente, with Tom Stack, with Dr. Young, with Neil Donardi and Andrew Markoulis. All of our partners, they are all caring people that chose career paths of taking care of people, which is the coolest common denominator, common thread between all these people. And I feel like when you're making decisions like this, you want to be able to trust the person, and you want to be able to respect and admire and like the person that you're dealing with. And I think that's why we are so excited to have Dan as a partner. It's not just the nuts and bolts that Paulie was just talking about. It's the person that Dan is. And so,
Nice.
I would just recommend giving him a call at 1-888-960-SAFE, 1-888-960-7233, or you can email Dan at securemoney.com. But I would recommend the phone call. I really would, because like we talk about Colin Carlos De La Fuente, get the vibe, right? And we were all about vibes. The first partner we had on the show, Longbridge Pizza, all about the vibe tribe.
Oh.
Same thing with Dan, vibes. It's all
Tom
good.
Stack, vibe guy. You know what I'm saying? Tom Stack is a big vibe guy as well. What's up, Tom? I see you in the chat line tonight. Good to see you, brother. Yes, Dan with Secure Money. Thank you for sponsoring the show. Thank you for the support. And we'd love to get the community, send some of our community over to your neck of the woods for some tutelage, as George W. Bush would say. Some tutelage.
Nice.
Hey, Tony, do we have time to go to Particle Land right now, or do you want to because I know Miriam's waiting. I don't like to keep Miriam waiting for that. I don't. She's one of my favorites. She asked like an hour ago, so I just want to see where we are with that. Or do you want to wait? You're in charge.
I want to wait. I wanted to show a piece of artwork that Dom Peralta made because I had a great chat with Fareed, a.k.a. Robot Centaur, the other day. And we were talking, well, you know what? We should show the video again, Paulie, because we showed the video. I think, was it yesterday we showed it?
Which one? What video was this, T?
Well, I want to show it and get your natural reaction, which is what I like to do.
Okay, I don't know what this is. Okay.
Well, you've seen the video already, and it's posted in bookmarks, but I'm going to get back at it too. And we can go into bookmarks too as well, but this is the main one. So stand by. Okay. This is your guy. Oh, we didn't do numerology. We didn't do numerology either.
What?
So
you were swerving all over the road right now. Okay, well, you're in charge. You take me where you want to go. I got your back. Whatever you want to do. Yeah.
Leading into this video, numerology, it's show 261, episode 261. So we got 26 and 1. Yes. I've done Wendell Tyler, I've done Jeffrey Leonard, I did Matt Chapman. I need another 26. If you can think of a 26, probably. But jersey number 1 is from the red and gold, your guy, dancer boy, Ricky Pearsall.
Oh, dude.
So there you go. So that just want to show this again. Your guy. I'm gonna let this roll through a couple times. It's here we go.
You wonder why we don't win Super Bowls anymore? Behold, kids. This is right. You can see how heartbroken he is after the Seattle loss. He can barely get out of bed. Yeah. Dude. Dude, I gotta tell you, when I saw that post, like whoever put that up, or at least the person I saw who posted that, was like, dude, his touchdown dances are gonna be so fire next year. I'm like, are you kidding me, dude? You're into this? Tony, this is what it's come to. You wonder why we don't win Super Bowls anymore. Did Jerry Rice ever do this after losing a playoff game? I don't think so. I really don't think so.
Jerry Rice was up in Edgewood trail system here in San Carlos, Redwood City border, working out. He wasn't in his hotel. And by the way, what's with the crotch grab? Like,
what's with the mask? Why is he looks like he's about to go rob a bank. What's with the face mask?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, the crotch grabbing. Listen. I don't know. Hey, Rags, you want them? If you want them, let me know. I'll send them to you. You can become your problem down in Dallas. Because I mean, listen, I want to like this kid, but he's making it awfully tough. I would love to see him sit down and post something where he goes, "Hey guys, I'm committed to working my ass off in this offseason because losing in the first round of the playoffs is unacceptable. And we're coming back next year, and we're determined to win the Super Bowl for the Bay Area." I didn't get that. Instead, what I did get is crotch grabbing, dancing, and masked up Ricky Pearsall. So there you go.
So here you go, dude, Paulie. So this is what Dom came up with today. Dancing with the Pearsalls.
Yeah.
There you go.
Beautiful.
Dancing with the Pearsall. Coming to a TV near you or a theater near you, Dancing with the Pearsall.
Oh, that is freaking beautiful. Dom, my compliments, bro. My freaking compliments.
Unbelievable, dude. God.
Tony, when was the last time you mounted your camera on the shelf and just started breaking off dance moves? When was the last time you did that?
Never.
Okay.
How about never?
Right. Right. Same here. Same
Yeah,
here.
Robot Centaur says coming to Australia in 2026, Dancing with the Pearsalls. Oh, by the way, coming to Mexico City.
I
in
know.
2026.
Go ahead. Sorry, take a step back. I talked over you. Make the announcement, T. Go ahead.
No, I said welcome to or coming to Mexico City is Dancing with the Pearsalls as well. So if you're a season ticket holder, you're getting 6 home games and but don't forget how important the preseason games are, Paulie. To get
Well,
to
that too. I just hope they wear their blacks. That's all. I just hope they wear their all blacks at some point. I'll be waiting for those. Yeah, I don't know, buddy. This is it. These are your 49ers of 2026. Behold, you know what I mean? We don't win Super Bowls, but we got dancers. We got that going for us, I guess. Yeah.
By the way,
should there be like a dance off, just in case there's like a dance off out in an empty parking lot somewhere? We can hold our own, which is great.
Totally. And don't you have to be healthy? And don't you have to score touchdowns to do a touchdown dance, like an end zone dance? Like,
ooh, nice, nice. Don't you have to physically get into the end zone before you can celebrate? Great call. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to say that he's not tough and he's not, but he seems to be injury prone. And I know that
he's definitely injury prone. He had a hard time staying on the field this year, man. Yeah.
Football's a violent sport. I get it. It's just this tough stuff. And as we said on yesterday's show, according to per source, that Fred Warner basically got in his face before week 18 when Pearsall said he's unable to play in the biggest game of the season for the 49ers with home field advantage on the line, with the number 1 seed on the line. When he said he couldn't play, Warner confronted him, and then basically there was a scene in the Niners clubhouse, and the vibes were not good.
Well, he probably was like, "Hey, Fred, I can't play. What if I go out and play and I get hurt? Then I can't post dance videos. How am I supposed to handle that? I could be risking my future as a dancer if you expect me to play in this playoff game, and I can't risk that. Like, dancing is the priority right now. So, Fred, I'm going to have to ask you to understand. Okay.
Dude, dancing is listen to what you just said. Dancing is the priority. Okay.
Yeah. Dancing's a priority. By the way, Warriors 94, Spurs 88. We're late in the third right now. Yeah. Let's wrap this up because tonight's the last game before the All-Star break. And it would be nice to close things out. Warriors currently 4 games over 500. I'll take it. They're an 8 seed right now. I'd love to see him get up in the 6 spot at some point after the All-Star break. But this is, listen, I think they're playing pretty well, all things considered. 30 San Antonio is a good team. They're 37-16. They got Wemby out there. He's such a freak. But Draymond, dude, I like Draymond on Wemby. Because Draymond don't care. He's like, I don't care how tall you are, bro. You're gonna have to go through me. And I still love Draymond Green as a defender. So anyway, hopefully they can wrap this up tonight and wrap up the first half with a win. T.
Absolutely. This is why I love the PMP Familia, and we got Corinne, one of the woman who travels with Manhattans in Tupperware. Corinne checking in on the chat, and I hope you are right, Corinne. And I'm going to read it. She says, Tony, we have 9 home games this coming season. 1 will be Mexico, leaving us with 8 home games. The Australia game is a Rams home game. And I think she's right because John Lynch made that quip about how, of course, they needed to send the Rams to Australia for a home game because SoFi Stadium is basically Levi Stadium South. I'm paraphrasing Lynch, but he's basically saying, of course, they needed to get the Rams out of SoFi for a Niners-Rams games because the Niners fans dominate at SoFi. So, Corinne, I think you're right, and thank you for the heads up on that. And that makes me feel a little bit better. But
I'm not crazy about the fact that the Niners have to travel internationally twice, though, in 1 year. I mean, that's logging those guys, especially Australia, dude. Logging that, that's literally flying around to the other side of the globe. I think, what is it like? If anyone's done it, let me know how long it is. I think it's like a 16-hour flight or something. I mean, that's absurd. And these guys are pro athletes. I mean, that does take a toll. So I'm not thrilled about it, to be honest with you.
And what is that going to do to the scheduling? Like, how are they going to travel that far? Are they going to have like a bye week in week 2? Like, I mean,
it's a good question. I'm not sure. It's a legitimate question you're asking. I think it's opening day. I think that's going to be the first game of the season. Is the Australia game.
Thursday night? Is like
probably something like that. Yeah. So it'll be like that's a good guess. Is that it'll be a Thursday then they'll have those extra couple of days, but they're still going to be affected. Listen, when I went, the only time I've ever really traveled internationally. Hey, John Joseph's in the house. What's up, bro? Miss you, man. Good to see you tonight.
JJ, what's up, JJ? Dude, good to see you in the house, buddy.
This-
By the way,
yeah.
oh, sorry, Robot Centaur is saying 18-hour flight. His sister just came back from Australia. 18-hour flight.
Bro, that's I don't even know if I could handle that. Like I don't know if I could handle 18 hours. I'd lose my freaking mind. I'm too
What's
antsy.
worse, Paulie, sitting on a plane for 18 hours or practicing next to a substation?
I thought you were going to say what's worse, sitting on a plane for 18 hours or losing to Seattle soundly like we did. And again, just so long as Ricky Pearsall can keep dancing, that brings me a lot of joy.
Hey, by the way, Paulie, I saw this today and I thought of you. Another reason why I'm happy for Seattle to win the Super Bowl. I saw a great picture of a very happy Mike McCready, guitarist for Pearl Jam, celebrating the Seahawks championship. So
okay. All right,
very happy.
listen. I'm going to yield to Mike. No pun, by the way. I'm going to yield to Mike McCready. Great record by Pearl Jam. Yield. McCready can do whatever he wants. He can do whatever he wants. And I'm going to throw this out there right now. If you're the musicians in the room, and I'll get off this real quick, but I demand an explanation to know why more people don't talk about Mike McCready being a world-class player. That guy's as good as anybody out there, and nobody ever talks about him. Tony, go ahead.
I love him. You're preaching to the choir here, Paulie.
He's a monster. The guy's a freaking monster.
Yeah. I think he likes it that way, right? And because he's if you see him live, he is the punk music man of Pearl Jam.
I'll buy that. I'll buy that. Well, Vetter too. Vetter's got a lot of punk in him too.
Yeah, but Vetter's also a pretty boy, like McCready is punk, and he marches.
Pretty boy. I don't think Vetter's a pretty boy at all. What do you mean by that?
He's a handsome dude, and he's he's got his jug of wine and everything.
Wow.
I mean, dude, yes. I'm not saying Eddie Vedder isn't punk, but I'm saying in the band, I think the punkiest person in the band is McCready for sure. Okay. And I'm just happy that they're celebrating a Super Bowl. And again, Sam Darnold, dude. I saw him in Raising Cane's and people were freaking out about him. And the guy will continue to give the 49ers credit for where he is today. And that makes me happy. So
Tony, I don't know if the time is right for dancing in the streets or if the time is right for going to Particle Land, but do we do that later still? I'm just checking in. Okay.
We're going to do it later. We're going to go into bookmarks for a second, Paulie. We need to do too,
and I want the mailbag too before we go tonight. Yeah.
And stand by. I see that Patty from Napa is a super. So stand by, Patty. Checking in. She says, "I'm not feeling the Australia game right now." Yeah.
No, I'm not either. I'm not crazy about flying around the world to play a football game. You know what I mean? Just for the amusement of the Australians and to make a couple extra bucks for the NFL. They cannot be easy on a pro athlete system to do that, man.
Do we really need to be playing a regular season game? And does anybody need to be playing a regular season game?
If I was like the president of the players union or whatever the hell goes on in these NFL meetings, I would say, I'll tell you what, I'll compromise. I'll give you guys a preseason game. Fine. Right. We'll go play in the preseason, but not during the regular season, dude. Like losing that game could have huge consequences down the road. I'm not saying they're going to lose, but if they do, and even if they win, just the tax on your body of flying, what was it? 18 hours?
18 hours, dude. And by the way, Robot Centaur, speaking of losing the game, I guess the game is tied. If you have the game in front of you, the Warriors.
It is. Damn it. It ended the third, 94-94. I got it. Yeah.
Fareed goes, the Warriors are going to lose this one. And it's so funny, dude, because Fareed, he sent a text earlier saying, "I'm watching the game tonight," which means the Warriors are probably going to gag this one. So,
Fareed, I love you, bro. I want to ask the community a question too, or Tony, maybe you can answer this to me because I'm watching this guy. De'Aaron Fox just made a 19-foot pull-up jump shot, and I want to know. I think I missed something along the way. What happened with De'Aaron Fox in Sacramento that they let him get away? Like, to me, he represented like the future for that team. And then he turned around and bam, he's gone. Was it a free agent thing? How did he get down there, T? Do you know?
I think they traded him, Paulie. I think they were just clearing cap space. But I liked him a lot.
He's
as
a hell of a player. He can shoot. He can do everything. De'Aaron Fox.
And he also had the utmost respect for Curry. And he would talk about playing.
He got traded. Fox wanted out. Fareed said, "Okay, I missed that. I don't remember that, but I believe
he probably saw a sinking ship in Sacramento, unfortunately." And again, I feel the same way about Sacramento as I do about the Raiders and the A's. Like, I'm not anti-Kings. Like,
Nah, why would you be?
know?
They're not bothering anybody. They're out there just doing their own thing. I only know one. I've only ever met one Kings fan in my life, and it was our friend KC, who was on the show a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
He's a big Kings fan. He's serious about Kings ball. He's serious about lighting the beam. But I still think they should have done whatever they needed to do to keep De'Aaron Fox on their roster. And
I'm a fan. He's also a lefty, and I'm a lefty snob, as you know. So I like De'Aaron Fox. Tough stuff to see him leave, and it's tough to see what's going on in Sacramento, man. Because that's their livelihood. They got nothing else, and they got the A's for what, another year or whatever, or 2 years, which is just a debacle in and of its own. Right.
I don't think that Vegas thing is going to work with the A's. I'm not trying to be pessimistic. I just don't think it's going to. It's not the NFL. Like tourists will fill an NFL stadium, and Vegas is such a big tourist town. Even if they don't have hometown support for the Raiders, there's so many people coming in and out of Vegas all the time. They'll fill that place, and they do. But dude, you're telling me 81 games?
Yeah,
I don't think so, man. I'm sorry. I don't see it working at all. But good luck. It really does hurt a piece of my heart that there's no pro sports in Oakland anymore. It really sucks, man. All our friends over in Oakland, they really got screwed losing the Raiders, Warriors, and A's within like a 10-year window, man. It's just brutal. I'm sorry. I apologize to the fans in Oakland. I didn't have anything to do with it, but I do feel bad for them. I do.
It sucks, man. But that's why we got to jump on the Oakland Ballers bandwagon. Oakland Ballers Ball coming to you. It's soon, by the way. And you want to talk about organizing a PMP event, Paulie? We should organize a PMP outing to an Oakland Ballers game.
That's not a bad idea. Although we might prefer a Giants outing like last year.
Yeah, I like the Giants outing too, but I love supporting the Ballers too. Billy Joe is a major investor. Billy Joe Armstrong of Green Day is a major investor for the Oakland Ballers. So he's like a minority owner. So I'm really I hope that they're there for a long time. And what they've done with Raimondi Park and the whole scene that they've created there, they put in a bunch of money to remodel that park and renovate it, and then put these food trucks around it too. Ballers game, we can do both. I'm down with both.
That's what Fareed said. He goes, why not both? Why not both? Yeah. Tony, quick question. No time to think. First thing that comes in your mind, what's your favorite Green Day song? Go.
Oh God, it's Welcome to Paradise is probably my number one, but the other one Brain Stew is number one for me. Brain Stew is number one, and then Welcome to Paradise.
That's not a bad Billy Joe right there. That was pretty good. Not bad.
I'm a fan of that band, man. The fact that they started at Sproul Plaza on Berkeley's campus and playing the Gilman in Berkeley, like
I never went to that club. I never went to Gilman. I never saw a show in Gilman Street. That club. Have you ever been to a show at the what is it, 182 Gilman or whatever? Yeah, me neither.
No.
Yeah,
I should have. But
we had enough going on in San Francisco though back in the day to keep us busy. We didn't need to go over there because there was so much going on in the city. I missed that too. I wish that was still happening. All right, Tony, mailbag or bookmarks? You decide, whichever.
Let's get into the mailbag, Paulie, because we've got just a few fun things. And if you don't mind, stand by. I'm gonna just.
I don't mind at all. Go ahead.
So this is from Will Sparks. Okay, and Will Sparks let us know about this event a while back, is saying like, hey, Ronnie Lott's doing a gig at the Guild before the Super Bowl. You guys should try and get him on. And we're like, hey, Ronnie's really busy, so we didn't bark up his tree, knowing he was going to be just, I don't know, going in 10 different directions.
Especially with the Super Bowl in town, there's like a million people asking him to do stuff, and like he didn't need me chiming in. Hey, Ronnie, you know what I mean? Best thing he could do is leave him alone last week. Yeah.
But Ronnie's such a cool cat that he probably would have made time. It's just the way
I love Ronnie. I can't even tell you how much I love Ronnie Lott. Nice.
Look at that shot of Ronnie Lott and Sheila E. Man, is that a great shot?
Yes.
And so Will's daughter Sophia, who we've talked about on the show, we've given away tickets to her show. Sweet Sally, the band that she's in, the bluegrass band she's in, she performed with I don't know if she performed with Sheila E., but she performed on this night at the Guild. And so there's Ronnie Lott and Sheila E. And then here's Sheila E. on the freaking drums. Look at that.
Timbales. She's whacking the timbales right there. I love the timbales, man. Those are great. Yeah, she can play. She rips, man. Tony, true story. When I was in college, I had a poster of Sheila E. on my wall in my room. Yeah, nice poster.
Nice,
Sheila.
Dude.
Yeah.
The freaking glamorous life, man.
Nice.
And then there's everybody on stage. Look at that. That's a great shot. And you can see the whole.
Oh, Will's daughter must be up there, maybe on the right. I see it looks like a couple of young kids. I can't quite make the faces out, but yeah, that's awesome, man. Awesome.
I think that's Sophia in the middle right there. So there you go.
Oh, yeah, there she is. Okay, I see it. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, it's just great stuff. So thanks for sending that in, Will. And Ronnie, just Ronnie being Ronnie, What am I going to do? I'm going to hang out with Sheila E. the week of the Super Bowl. And of course, it's a fundraiser for local music too. And it's just really fun stuff. I wanted to I shared Jessica's post about Longbridge Pizza.
Right.
But I had something else, Paulie. And
yeah, what do you got, buddy? What do you got?
I got Danny from Green Day. Sorry, Paulie. Oh, I shared.
You're good. You're good. Do your thing, man. Dig around the mailbag.
I know. I'm looking. Oh, here it is. This is this is Corinne. Corinne sent this when Roger Craig was announced to the Hall of Fame, and this would just be a quick mailbag, and then we'll go into bookmarks after this.
Okay.
But Corinne sent this, and this is great. This is I don't know if you remember this, but this is Roger back in the day.
Nice
modeling.
Yeah, why not, dude? Look at the physique. The guy's a freaking Adonis, man. Look at that body. That guy's carved, man.
Is that incredible? What a shot, man.
I got to tell you the truth. If I had a body like that, I'd do every show in my underwear. You know what I mean? I'd be like, behold. You know what I mean? Hey, y'all, check this out. But no, that ain't me at all. But God bless him. No, he looks amazing. He still looks amazing, dude.
He still looks great. Yeah. Isn't that great, man? So thank you for sending that in, Corinne. And again, pauliespod@gmail.com. I shared the picture of Noemi earlier in the week, slapping PMP stickers in Puerto Rico. And by the way, people still keep talking about the halftime show, Paulie, and the numbers came out, and I think he's right up there. Bad Bunny was right up there with Kendrick Lamar and Michael Jackson as the most watched Super Bowl halftime. And so, again, I watched it a second time, and I'm like, damn, this is all of the creativity and the work that went into that halftime show.
It was, again, the production, everything going on. There was a lot going on. I enjoyed it too. I'm worried about next year, though. I think they're going to force feed us Taylor Swift. I can just feel it. I can sense it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't need it. I don't need her dude or the Muppet or any of them. And let's hope we don't have to endure that. But I'm worried. I think they might try to force feed Taylor Swift to us. We'll see.
What about was it Lil Baby who was trying to get into Keon White's party? Maybe he'll perform at halftime next year. Was it
Lil Baby? Okay. Anybody know anything about Lil Baby? And forgive me, I'm out of touch. I don't know I don't know what's going on with Lil Baby other than his dude shot up one of our players. So you know what I mean?
He likes to show up to parties that he's not invited to, and then just start shooting.
Oh, sorry, this is a closed party. Oh yeah, well then I'm going to shoot you in the foot. How's that sound? You know what I mean? Yeah, as one does. Yeah.
No thanks. Paulie.
Oh, it's mumble rap. More. Andrew Marcool is saying it's mumble rap. Yeah.
Okay. Now, I must be living in a closet. What is mumble rap? I don't even know what mumble rap is.
That is kind of what they call this kind of new style of rap. They're like, and it's like kind of this weird, like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying, T? Yeah, I'm like trying to. I don't know. I don't know any mumble rap songs that I could perform. But let me think if I can like redo an existing rap song mumble style. Let me think about this. Okay, I'll do this one. First thing in my head is Mega Blast by Public Enemy. So mumble style would be something like, "Time's getting crazy. People talking now. They got more wishes on the death wish route. It's a Mega Blast. Please, just give me just one more hit." You know what I mean? Right, guys? That's sort of like a mumble rap thing. NorCal, am I sort of close, right? I think yeah.
Can I read to you what like an AI overview? It says
no, maybe because it sounds like Mike Tyson rapping. Yeah, totally.
It sounds like Tyson. Low fidelity production, heavy auto tune, and a vocal style that prioritizes melodic, slurred, or indistinct delivery over complex lyricism.
No thanks. If I can't understand, I don't need a guy like intentionally, and especially once they work auto tune into it, I'm out. I'm tapping out. I want Chuck D screaming at me. Bam! Here it is. Bam! You know what I mean? Like I like that forceful kind of delivery on the mic. Chuck D, KRS-One, Eric B and Rakim, Schoolie D. I like that stuff. I like the guys who are clear and like aggressive on the mic. I dig that. That's just me.
Why is this okay? Like, why are people like enjoying this and listening to this?
It's just hold on. What's the John Joseph chipping in mumble rap? I can't even read the words he's right. I don't even know what that means.
Haned, mum, ocelots dripping on mums.
Don't know what any of it means. I don't know. I don't know. We're probably best left staying out of mumble rap altogether. You know what?
Wendy Connors is on the chat. Wendy.
By the way,
Wendy, maybe Wendy can educate us on mumble rap. I don't know.
think Wendy's dialing up any mumble rap either. I think she's got other listening choices that she prefers to a mumble rap. But let me say something about Wendy Connors real quick. I was up there hanging out with Brian and Wendy Connors for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And Wendy sent me home with some of her homemade lasagna. I was nailing some of that tonight before the show. Oh. Outstanding. Wendy, bravo. Your lasagna's money. Thank you so much for sending me home with that too.
Now, Paulie, question, because we've talked about this before, and we're going to get to bookmarks in a second, and then we'll wrap the show. But ricotta cheese is where I have to draw the line in lasagna. Does Wendy use ricotta? What?
Let me stop you right there, Tony. And by the way, Fareed was 100% right. Spurs up by 10, Tony. Ooh. Spurs up by 10. No, make that 7. Make that 7.
Okay. How much time?
Let me just refresh and make sure my thing is accurate here. My ticker. They are up by 10. I got 106. No, hold on, guys. Let me refresh. I'm sorry. Bear with me one sec. I got 106.99 with 7 and change left in the fourth. So they're up by 7 with over 7 minutes to play. Plenty of time. Plenty of ball left. Plenty of ball. Wendy is like me. I make lasagna without ricotta. I don't like ricotta cheese either. Yes, I don't like that.
Yeah.
All you need is the mozzarella. I'm telling you, that'll get the job done. And that's how Wendy did it. So it was really, really good. Yeah.
Let's ask Wendy in the chat. Wendy, we've been running a poll today on the show. Longbridge Pizza is looking for a new vegetarian appetizer. Do you want eggplant fries, focaccia sticks, or polenta fries? Put it in the chat, Wendy. And Wendy's a dear friend of ours. She's freaking rules.
Wendy rules. Wendy's one of the greatest people on the planet Earth, man. She really is.
Yes.
Totally, all right, Tony, take me to the bookmarks, and then I want to do a Peralta Arts. And don't forget about Particle Land. We have to go to Particle Land.
We will go to Particle Land. I just need a little more mumble rap from you, if you don't mind.
Okay. Let me think of another song. I
also wanted to see if Satan would check in, have any advice for Jonathan Kaminga, by the way.
Dude, how about Satan mumble rapping? Stand by. Let's try that.
Satan mumble rapping. Here we go.
Hold on. This is going to be
Hold on. I have an intro for you for Satan. So hold on. This is what's his name?
Satan, aka the devil.
There you go.
I swear to God, I can't find Satan right now.
Oh, by the way, and I
got him. Okay. I think I got him.
Well, I have an update for you while you're looking, Paulie. 42% for polenta, 31% for focaccia sticks, and 28% for eggplant. So right now, polenta in the lead with 42%, Paulie.
Tony, listen, just so long as there's no ricotta cheese in there, we're fine. Okay, Satan mumble rapping. Here we go. I'm going to do a Public Enemy song, mumble rap style. As spoken by Satan.
Yeah.
We're doing performance art tonight, folks. Hope you like it. Okay, here we go. Don't make me laugh.
Sorry.
Dude, this is hard. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Here it is. Bam. And you say, God damn, this is the dope jam. But let's define the term called dope. And you're thinking it funky. Yeah, nope. I don't know. Hold on.
Did that mean, because you guys even understand what I was saying? I was doing Public Enemy.
Well, if we can't understand what you're saying, then it's perfect mumble rap, I guess.
Perfect. Right? Yeah, Satan has spoken, guys. Satan has spoken. Satan has left the building. All right, Tony, get me the bookmarks for the love of God, Tony. For the love of God. Yeah.
It's time
Sure, go ahead, laugh if you want to.
for bookmarks.
I think that's how you get your kicks. You and your good time buddies.
PMP style.
I got a flash for you, Joy Boy. Party time is over.
Thank you, Tony. Let's see what we got cooking in bookmarks, brother. What's in there tonight?
Oh, just got to get rid of Joy Boy because party time.
I love Joy
over.
Boy. I love
Joy Boy too. I really do. Thank you, Don Peralta, for that.
You and your good time buddies. You and your good time buddies. You're one of my good time buddies, Tony. Yeah,
totally. Yeah. Satan is too. Satan's one of our good time buddies too. So, Paulie, this is just to start off, and we talked about this earlier. San Francisco 49ers expected to be designated the home team in Mexico City next season. And there's Fred Warner repping the Mexican flag. And I think the person who posted this, Tony Farmer, says one less game played at the electrical substation. So
maybe it's a plus. Maybe we should go to Australia. That way we can't get melted down by the substation. It's a silver lining, I guess. Okay, T?
Dude, we got to write the substation blues, by the way.
It's coming. Blues. It's coming. It's coming.
So I don't know if this is real or not, but it's worth showing. Thoughts on these 49ers special edition red uniforms.
Can you enlarge that a little bit? Can you make that a little bigger? Yeah, thank you. So that would be Bosa in the Niner all reds. Please, God, don't do this. That's all I can say. Dear Lord, hear my plea. I'm asking you not. I already can't stand the all blacks, and I'll tell you why. I think the 49ers have a great uniform. Their home, it's a perfect uniform. Why mess around with it at all? I know the kids love buying alternative jerseys and all that, and there's money there. I get it. But dude, Tony, make it stop. Don't do that. Don't give me all reds. I'm not down. Are you? Do you? I don't know. Maybe you like that. I don't like
it. They look like the University of Utah or something.
Yeah,
like
good call. Good call. Yeah.
And again, watching the rise of the 49ers, I'm gonna watch episode 4 tonight after we end the show.
Dude, Robot Centaur, capital letters. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Strong language out of Fareed. I like that. No, he's right though. Corinne, no thanks. Yeah, Rag says they look like Rutgers. Shout out Scarlet Knights ball. Yeah.
They look like Rutgers. That's a great call. And there's no brown. The brown's just gone.
What about the gold? Remember the gold? Niners, 49ers, gold rush, all that stuff. Gold, part of the thing? No.
And watching Rise of the 49ers, every time I'm looking, God, those uniforms look good.
Patty from Napa, hard pass, gravy, red licorice unis. Yeah, it looks like the PNP community is going resounding thumbs down.
By the way, maybe we should discuss this at a later date too, but are you a red rope guy or are you a red vine guy? What's your red licorice choice? It's a big deal. You know?
I normally don't make any choice at all. I don't eat a lot of red licorice, but I would be open to either. I can go rope. I can go vine. Maybe there was a time when I was a kid, I would grab some of those red vines in the movie theater, just work on those while I'm watching Grease or something.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. I'm just not a black. I'm not a black licorice guy.
I like black licorice too. I like both. I like red.
You do? Okay.
I do. I really do. Yeah.
You know what I'll never give love to ever?
What?
Ever is a freaking Twizzler. Okay, no Twizzler.
What is isn't a Twizzler? That's red licorice. I thought
it's red licorice, but it's not.
It's like sugar. Yeah, it's not even licorice. Yeah, it's like a sugary thing. Yeah.
No, thank you,
dude. Like a lamb, black licorice. Period. I like it too. Oh, I put this in for you, dude. I put this in for you. So, okay, just to set this up real quick.
Yeah.
This is Greg Maddux. Okay, one of the greatest arms of all time, and I know Tony is a big Greg Maddux fan.
Yep.
And you know what's funny, Tony? As the years go by. And the pitching is just getting softer and softer in Major League Baseball. This guy's going 5 innings. People are thrilled. Oh, my God, he gave us 5. I'm like, who cares? He gave us 5. Anyway, Greg Maddux talking about his psychology and setting up Bagwell in a series of at-bats. This is brilliant stuff. I just thought you'd appreciate this, T. Check it out.
This is phenomenal. By the way, I just want to preface this, but I just watched a video with Greg Maddux on the Cubs. And he knew that if he beamed, it was the day that Andre Dawson got beamed in the face. Maddux was pitching.
Yep.
And they basically told him, if you don't win this game today, we're going to send you back down to the minors. And he knew that if he beamed the first hitter that he faced when back on the mound after that offensive inning for the Cubs, that he'd get kicked out of the game and get sent down to the minors, dude. He was such a man of principle that he said, I don't care if I get sent down to the minors. I'm beaning the first guy that comes up to the plate, and he beat him.
Maddux said that?
Yeah. And no, he beamed him. Cool. He got kicked out, and he got sent back to the minors. Is that incredible, dude?
Well, that's the way guys used to be. They would defend their teammates, man. I heard stories about Pedro. When somebody would hit a Red Sox when he was pitching for the Red Sox, apparently Pedro would go back to the dugout, ask the guy who just got drilled. He would say, who do you want?
Nice.
Who do you want? Like
Nice.
pick the guy, and I'm hitting him to who do you want? And you know what? Mike Krukow agrees too. There is something to players policing themselves. There really is something, and they took that away. You can't even throw inside anymore. Everybody gets all up in arms, and I think that sucks. I think that hurts the game because the pitcher has a right to that corner of the plate every much so as the batter does. And they've kind of taken that out of the game. They don't like guys coming inside anymore, and I miss it. I really do. I like aggressive pitching.
Paulie, my message to Tony Vitello: bring back small ball, bring back the hit and run, and bring back beanball. Okay,
music. You know what I mean? I got to right to that plate too, man. I'm coming inside. Get ready. Yeah.
Here we go. Here's Greg Maddox. Here we go.
Okay.
I'm very excited.
Only like a minute long, but it's great stuff.
Yeah. I'll listen to him all damn day. Here we go.
Hitter's a creature of habit. You know, it's something I believe in, and I think hitters remember success. So they're not going to remember, you know, getting the ball up and in, and that they pop up as opposed to the home run that they hit off you know, last month.
We're regular season, and we were winning like 8-0. It was easy game in the 8th inning, and he told me, "Don't throw anything inside on Bagwell. Call everything outside." And I said, "Okay." I think it was somebody odd, and he wants to go inside, and I okay. You know, it's your game. So I went inside, called inside. Bagwell hit like 1,000-mile. Oh, boy. Bagwell way back. And I was mad. And I was like, what are you doing? And he goes, they got a good team. We got a good team. We're going to play them in the playoff. He's going to wait for that pitch. 3 months later, we're in the playoff. Bases loaded in the 7th. We threw 3 straight changes and struck him out. And I was walking to the dugout. He goes, "Hey." And I look at him. He said, "You remember 3 months ago, 2 months ago?" And I said, "No, I don't." He was looking for that pitch, the homer that he hit. And I was like, this guy.
No, that's brilliant stuff, man. And not just that's like the psychology within the game. That's like the mind game within the game. And Pete, you know, Jake Peavy said this to us once. Peavy was like, dude, it sucks that they don't let starting pitchers go through the lineup 3 times anymore, because you can use those first 2 times facing a batter as a setup for the knockout punch the 3rd time you see him. You're going to he's going to think he's expecting something that you've done the first 2 at-bats, and you show him something totally different the 3rd time. And they've kind of taken that away from all of us, really, and that sucks. But how brilliant of a piece was that, T?
Dude, it's incredible, man. It just makes me love him even more. I love his whole mentality, dude. He basically said, "I'm going to let Bagwell feel himself, and then when it really, really matters, I'm going to mess with him." God, that's just brilliant. It's just, that's the game within the game, man. The mental game within the game. It's just, that's why it's just
that one's for you, Big T. So let's do this. Close bookmarks for now. Can we go to particle? Oh, there. I put that in for everyone's head just to remind everybody of the fun times. Phil Lesh, Bob Weir, and Tim Flannery singing. Obviously, a postseason game. I think that's 2014. I can kind of tell by the way Bobby looks. I think that was a 2014 postseason game.
Sure.
And it's a day game, too, because I can see the clock. It's 5-1 right there. So they're playing day ball right there, which means it's not a World Series game because they don't play day games or World Series anymore. It must have been a divisional round playoff game. But, yeah, man, how great was that? We had it good around here, man, for a long time. Phil and Bobby popping up like that. And they did a great job. 3-part harmony on the national anthem. So, Tony –
and the musical vibe. I just wanted to real quick, Paul.
The
musical vibe that surrounded those Giants teams too was just and Flannery, dude. Flannery and Jake Peavy having jam sessions like that. I mean, it's just, I would love it if all of a sudden it gets revealed that Tony Vitello is some like secret badass, you know, musician or harmonica player or something.
Ooh, yeah.
You know? Right.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I thought harmonica, but maybe.
Well, I hope you're right, though. Blow some harp, man. Play some harp. Steven Tyler style, man. I'm all for that. So here's my question, T. Before we wrap tonight, do we do I think we go Particle Land and then Peralta Arts and then we wrap? Because I don't want to do, let's do Particle Land first. Miriam, thank you for your patience, dear. She asked for this like an hour and a half ago. We're finally getting to it. But and Andrew Marcool is saying, guys, don't forget Barry Zito and his guitar for sure.
Great call. Great freaking call.
He was part of that. Don't forget Mike Krukow with the banjo, dude. For those of you that don't know, Mike Krukow literally keeps a banjo in the broadcast booth with him. It's like under the desk near his feet.
Yep.
So put Kruko in that category too. He can play for sure.
And I took Kruko's advice years ago when I heard him say that he never forced his kids to play music. He just left guitars and banjos out around his house.
I did the same thing. I left instruments all over the place, and Tommy picked them all up. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Stand by, Paulie. Stand by for Particle Land.
Buddy. Let's go to Particle Land. Miriam, this is for you.
Welcome to Particle Land.
Oh, God. There we go. Such an innocent soundtrack, too. It sounds like very harmless in Particle Land. It sounds very like chill and gentle.
Can I get a reprise? Can we do a reprise real quick?
Particle Land reprise. Let's go.
Here we go. One more time. And I love that Dan's Secure Money logo is right below Particle Land. It's great. It's great. Here we go.
Yeah, good call. He's going in.
Welcome to Particle Land.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Bravo. So thank you again. That's Pine Needle, right? You sent that in?
No, that's Patrick Patton, dude. Patrick Patton.
My bad. My bad. I knew there was a P involved. Patrick Patton, my bad. Thank you again for the contribution. It is. And Miriam asked for that on the regular. She needs Particle Land like once a week. Miriam, we're happy to oblige. Thanks for being patient, too. Okay, I want to end the show with, again, another request for everybody tonight as you're tucking yourselves in. Send some good energy out to Bear the dog. That is Dom Peralta's dog, who had a big procedure today, and he's still recovering. It's going to take some time to get him back to his to full strength. But we love you, Dommy, and we're all sending good vibes out to Bear. So now let's talk about Dom and Peralta Arts and Company. This is where, Tony, graphic design, illustration, music, and pop culture all collide in the name of Bay Area art. Tonight, we're just sending healing particles out to Bear. That's what we're going to focus the spot on. We're going to use the Peralta Arts and Company time, as per Dom's request, to send out good energy to his beloved dog, Bear. And this dog has been part of the studio since the day they opened up the shop. How about that? That's pretty amazing, dude. So the day he opened Peralta Arts and Company, Bear was right there. And I know Bear's at his side all the time. Tony and I have Zoom meetings with Peralta frequently, and you'll see Bear like in the background, just walking around, chilling. Shout out to the Grateful Dead album, Bear's Choice. More good Bear energy right there. But at Peralta Arts and Company, they channel pop culture, music, and the energy within the community into every project. That means logos. Tony, we're talking posters, fine arts, brand visuals, all that celebrate Bay Area culture. Dom is big on that, and I love that about his work. The Bay Area is at the center. It's got a central role in most of the things he creates. And, of course, if you're out there listening, I just looked at the screen. I wasn't ready for that. If you're just listening to the show and you're like, you know what? I think I need an art director for a special project I'm working on. Or maybe you have like your parents' like 50th wedding anniversary and you want some special art done for that. Any occasion, any marketing campaign, you need posters, whatever it might be, talk to Dom Peralta. You will be so glad you did. 650-796-3144. You can email Dom as well, Dominic@stellar.design. Now, I know a lot of you have met Dom at the PMP get-togethers and stuff. Super cool guy. He actually is also the creator of the Donardi Trophy, which Neil Donardi won in his own name at the PMP holiday party. That was a lot of fun. So Dom is a super, super talented, creative guy. And your story, whatever your story might be, deserves bold visuals. And Dom Peralta and Peralta Arts and Company can bring them together and bring them alive with Bay Area soul. I know you got soul. Contact Peralta Arts and bring your vision to life. By the way, when do we start selling these things? I'll be the first in line. I'm an XL. Right now, I'll take black just like that. Eddie D. Eddie D, what would happen if it took 31 years? What would you do if it took 31 years between Super Bowls? I wouldn't. And I believe Eddie D too. So again, contact Peralta Arts. Bring your vision to life. Dominic@stellar.design. T.
Oh, it's the best, man. Dom, we're thinking of Bear. We're thinking of you, and we can't thank you enough for what you add to this show. Here. I mean, this is what he gave to us last Friday on a whim for our musical assignment with Patty.
Hell yeah,
He
yeah.
just
Yeah.
made us-
'Cause
he
I'm a
made-
cowboy on a steel horse I ride. Yeah.
He made us a part of Bon Jovi, and
Look at you, by the way, dude, with the sleeveless tee. I'm wearing some kind of snakeskin kimono. I don't know what I'm wearing, dude. I got a leopard skin hanky around my neck. I look nuts. Look at the hair. Look at my hair, bro. You
I
know?
don't know what to say, man. It's just unbelievable. And I was looking for his he made that logo for Dan Coach Amelia, which is Dan posted it today, and it's a new logo for the
Oh, with the
NorCal
California Bear. Yeah, I love that logo. That's a really I would love to have that logo on a shirt. I really would.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying, because Dom could really just explode if he wanted to. Well, he also made the Tom Stack house, which I can show you as well. Because
We'll do that one tomorrow because we're doing Stack tomorrow. Yeah.
yeah, good call. I'm
Yeah.
just looking for I can't find it. Oh well.
By the way, we do have a final. Fareed was right. Warriors take the L, Tony. They take the L at Chase Center, 126-113. They were up most of the first half, if not the entire first half. 126-113. Okay, headed into the All-Star break. Steph Curry, you get healthy. That's all. Get healthy. We'll see you on the other side, bro.
Yeah, seriously. And then we get the Porzingis debut after the break, Paulie. So we got
nobody's looking forward to that more than Tony. I'll tell you that. You've been talking Porzingis day in, day out.
I gotta hang my hat on something, man. Like I don't know. I mean, now that we lost the superstar Kuminga, I don't know what to do. So I just
yeah, the sky is falling. Tony and I are not as sympathetic to the Kuminga side of this thing as some of the other people are in the bid. There are people out there that think he's the future and all that. I'm sorry, I'm not one of those people. I didn't see it. I really didn't. I saw flashes, but I didn't see a guy that was, that was going to carry a team on his back or anything. And I think he feels like he's a superstar. Now we're going to find out if he is. He's going to get his minutes in Atlanta. If he can play, we'll all know soon enough. Okay. I didn't mean to keep everybody this long tonight. So thank you for staying with us. Dub City, Dami Peralta, take two. Papusa Fiend, who said he rolled the J, dropped one, and just rolled another one. All good with me. Yeah. Facet 925, Miguel, Robot Centaur, Rags and Jersey, my blood brother. Patty from Napa, the queen of the scene. Of course, we've got Noemi and all the other names I can't see. Maddie Stenson. John Joseph was back in the house tonight. Great to see him. The great Wendy Connors. Everybody have a beautiful night. Creative Tony, take us home, brother.
All I got to say, Paulie, is again, happy 12th anniversary to our brothers and sisters and the familia over there at Longbridge Pizza. They're celebrating 12 years today. Yep. And like you said, Paulie, 12 years so far, as in the spirit of the Grateful Dead, 12 years so far. So glad to be partners with them. And like I said, if you can get on down there, Plenty the Younger on tap. And here's the shirt that they made for today. There it is. Longbridge Pizza, the 12-year anniversary. And Paulie, business hours are over.
Business hours are over, baby. It's business. It's business time.
Yes, indeed, Big T. Thank you for everything tonight, Tony. Had a lot of fun. Great seeing everybody. You rule, John Joseph. You rule, brother. Rising Wolf is in the house. Beautiful. Hey, great to see everybody. Guess what? We're going to do it again tomorrow at high noon. Join us then. And don't forget, men's hockey getting after it tomorrow. I think their game starts at 12:10. So have a tube nearby. Watch the hockey game and watch PMP simultaneously, because that's what we'll be doing. So have a great night, everybody. Thanks for giving us your time and stopping by. And cheers, y'all.
Peace, y'all. See you tomorrow at high noon.